Welcome, vegans and non-vegans. I'm Epic Vegan Power here on YouTube, and I'm gonna present to you a vegan debate. I debated a meat eater live on Discord yesterday. It's a pretty long debate, but it's gonna be interesting for you if you like. We had several topics, so I did name the trade first, and then we went onto a desert island with only chickens to eat. So what do we do? Do we eat the chicken or don't we eat the chicken? And then at the end, we had crop death. So is it justified to farm food to survive and then accept the crop death? So that's the typical arguments against veganism. Sometimes the meat eaters want to bring them up. Um, Look for yourself. How did I do? How did my opponent do? What do you think? Leave me a comment down below. I'm interested to know your opinion. Could we have done better? Maybe. Is there some mistakes in the debate happening? What do you think? I would like to hear what are your thoughts on this one. And now, camera roll. Enjoy the debate.
Your name is Jacob?
Yes.
Hello, Jacob. How was your day?
Hey. Good. And you?
Name is John, and let's get right into it. Jacob,
Okay, so I take it that you are not vegan, right?
that is correct.
Okay, so yeah, let's do name the trait then.
Wait, what name? Okay, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ask you the questions we did on paper on the comment section, just to make it clear because it seems
I don't
to
really
have
remember,
been unclear. Okay,
but
um, so you're okay, morally okay with eating animals, right?
orally speaking, yeah,
Okay, and you're morally okay with eating humans?
what are you trying to get at? Like eating animals is okay, but like
Okay,
where did that question came from? Like just came from left field. Like, am I okay with eating humans? Like where's the linkage here? See, this is why it's confusing.
okay. Would you like to answer the question?
I mean, I'm
We're gonna get
confused.
to the
I don't know how
point.
to even answer it. I'm
With yes
confused.
or
I don't even
no,
know
are
how
you
to answer it.
okay with eating humans like you would eat
I can't.
animals?
I need further clarification. Like, where did this question come from?
It's a perfectly reasonable question. So if you're okay with eating animals but not okay with eating humans, then there
Okay.
must be some kind of difference. Why you answer no in the
Okay.
one context
Oh,
and yes in the other context.
okay. So if I'm okay with eating animals, therefore I must be okay with eating humans. Is that what you're saying?
No, I hope you're not okay with eating humans.
Okay. So to
I
your
mean,
point then,
yeah,
what's wrong with
most.
eating animals? What's wrong with eating animals? I just want to know.
Yeah, we'll get to the point. Why it's wrong to eat
Why don't we
animals?
just get there?
Yeah, but
Just get right
first,
into it.
you're a meat eater, right?
I know shit.
Yeah, so you
I eat
have
animals.
to justify killing animals first.
Justify killing animals.
That's what
I
I'm trying to
mean,
find out. What's your justification for killing animals? That's why I'm asking if it's okay to kill and eat animals. You're saying no, and then you're saying yes, and then eat and kill and eat humans. Presumably, you say no. Then I ask
okay.
you, what's the
Well, I
difference
mean,
then?
I don't know. Oh, what's the difference?
Yeah, what's the difference? Why would it be
Okay,
okay to
first of
eat
all,
animals but not humans?
I mean, like they're not humans, basically. Like, I don't know why I should treat a pig like a human. That is absurd.
So
ridiculous.
is that the trait difference, like race, species? I mean
Um,
species.
like, are you saying like what am I using to justify eating animals?
Yeah.
You asking?
What what's the difference that justifies that you can eat animals but not humans?
I don't know how I will rely on differences as justifications to eat animals.
Yeah, because
Because
you're
eating animals
answering
to me,
no to one question and yes to the other. Then there must be a relevant difference as to why you answer differently.
oh no, no. I'm actually giving you justification of why eating animal is okay. I don't know why I need to presuppose that there is a difference that makes it okay to eat animals. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, what's your justification then?
Right. So my justification is that like I don't really see how um a vegan diet will work for me. Just don't see how that actually works. I've tried a vegan diet, but like it doesn't work. I actually develop a lot of bloating issues, and it affects me mentally. So I don't perform well. Like yeah, I wouldn't say amnesia, but like insomnia, insomnia, right? I can't really sleep at night. I get a lot of body issue where I get inflammation in my body. So like eating a lot of like um caloric dense vegan food, it affects my health negatively. So that is suffering that I don't want to experience. But I've also tried introducing meat back into my diet and getting rid of those vegan caloric dense food with meat. It actually worked, as in like I don't experience those type of pain in my body. So that's why eating meats is a very important staple in my day-to-day life and health.
Okay, so I would take it as the difference is um, meat is healthy. Is that the trait difference? Would you agree?
I don't think that's a trait. I think that's a justification.
Is that your justification for eating animals? That meat is healthy?
For me, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Um, yeah, we just take it as a trait. It's a trait difference. So meat is healthy. That's why we can eat animals and not
Wait.
humans.
What do you mean by trait? Trait.
Trait, trait.
Biological
The
traits?
difference.
Oh, because trait is very specific. Like
Trait or
when people talk
trait or
about
reason.
traits, no, well, when people usually use the word trait, they mean
Yes.
biological stuff. So what I'm using is not biological. It's more like abstract or like
Okay, it can be
health.
abstract too. It can be like you're saying meat is healthy.
No, I'm just saying that they don't use it like that. Do you want to? Are you saying you want to use it like that?
Mm, I guess I'm using it interchangeably with trait or difference or reason. You know, it can be a trait, it
Okay,
can be a
okay,
reason, it can be a difference.
okay, great. Okay, great. So your trait is basically all-encompassing word for justifications in general, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great. Just trying to get some clarification. That's all.
Okay. So you're saying meat is healthy. So then
Right.
I ask you the question, would you be okay with eating humans if human meat was healthy?
Can't be serious for that question. If my
No,
life depended on human meat, yes, that's my point.
so you would no, like just
Oh,
like
yes, that's my point.
in the same way now you're treating animal meat. You say
Yeah,
your health is improved, or you say meat is healthy. So
right.
would you
Because
just
of
take human meat
hold up,
instead?
because because my body is in a suffering state. It is not good. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the problem, right?
Okay. Would it be
So
then?
introducing animal meat, right, like pigs, like pork, chicken, beef, um, these food actually got rid of those symptoms, which is great, you know. So what's your problem?
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I have then a question to
Okay,
test your logical consistency. You're saying meat is healthy or
okay.
meat is um we're gonna maybe your justification is meat is getting rid of my health problems. Is it maybe a more accurate
Sure. Mhm.
phrasing?
Help resolve my health issues,
Okay, meat
whatever.
resolves
Sure.
your health issues. So
Mhm.
then the logical question that follows is, would you be morally okay with the um, farming, enslaving, raising humans for consumption
Mhm.
so that it gets rid of your health problems?
No, because we can do it with animals, non-human animals.
Okay, but let's say the only possibility was humans, and they would do it much better. It would work much better.
Okay, so great. So in that hypothetical world, I think everybody will come to an agreement, say, yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, okay. So you're saying it's okay. You would be okay with raising, with farming kids, with going to the kindergarten, uh, gathering up all the kids, sending them to the slaughterhouse, turning in into burger patties for you to eat them so
Mhm.
that your health gets better. You have no problem with
And
that.
and there's no other animal meat, right?
You could, yeah, you
There's an
could
animal
be
meat, right?
healthy with plants.
No, no, I just told you that I'm not healthy with.
Okay, okay, then let's say you're not healthy with plants, but the only possibility is with
That's what I
humans. Would you
said.
be okay with it?
Would be okay? Yeah, in that world, everybody would be okay with it because humans is the only meat. So what's the problem?
That's the problem. Like most sane persons would say no. You have an
No,
insane
because your
position.
no, because your hypothetical imposes that there's no other type of animal meat except for human meat, and also um, people would actually be better off with their health on meat. So everybody would be okay with it because we want humans to survive and thrive. So you think this little gotcha here is not really a gotcha. You corner yourself actually because eating a non-meat diet actually makes humans suffer. Everybody would actually agree that to make humans not suffer, it would actually help other humans feed part of themselves so they can survive. So what's the
Mm,
problem?
okay, do you uh, you have presented your position. You're okay on farming, raising, and slaughtering humans in order to get healthy.
And there is no other alternative, and the actual non-meat
Yeah, you could
based
be
products
vegan.
make. Oh, are you fucking retarded?
Why can't you be vegan?
I just told you. My health will deteriorate and suffer, dumbass. You want me to die? My God, dude. Retarded.
Yeah, that's I don't know what else to say. Like, yeah,
Okay,
you
okay, let's
have
put it like this. You rather make your health suffer in order to save a fruit fly?
the point is humans don't lose their right to life just because you suffer.
So if I was starving in a desert and there's chicken roaming around, I can't eat them.
You could, but it still would be immoral. But you wouldn't have an
Wait, wait, hold up,
alternative.
hold up, hold up, hold up. That would be immoral if you kill chicken in a stranded desert.
Yeah, does
That
it
would be immoral.
suddenly lose its right to life just because you're hungry?
No, I just need to know yes or no. It would be immoral, right?
Yes, because it doesn't magically lose its right to
Wow.
life.
I'm the one that's absurd. But if you're starving in a stranded desert and there's chickens roaming around, we're not even talking about humans. There's chickens roaming around. You'd be like, yes, you are immoral for killing the chicken so you can stay alive.
It would be. You still would eat the chickens, but it still would be immoral.
What if I
Like,
didn't eat the chicken because I want to honor the chicken's right to life?
yeah, there's people that wouldn't, that would just rather die,
You okay with that?
presumably.
Okay, I think our
If it
discussion's
just
done.
made you survive like 5 minutes longer, for example, there's only chicken, or it makes you survive
Uh-huh.
a half an hour longer.
Right. And then like the boat
Then
that
the
comes and saves you comes in like 5 minutes later. Uh-huh.
well, you're
You'd still
changing
say no,
the
right?
the modality now.
No, you're the one that changed. You're the one that introduced minutes. So I get to introduce another thing as well.
Okay.
So even if the boat's gonna come and save you in like 30 minutes, you still say no, no, it's still immoral.
Yes.
I don't know what to say anymore. I think that, the stereotype about vegans, like they actually hate humankind. I think that's probably true. I think that anything else you want to talk about?
Hmm. I don't know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I don't know what I have to answer to such a position.
It's exactly my yeah.
Yes, I can't. I mean, your position is still incorrect. So
No, your position is absurd. It's defiled. It's absurd.
what? The one with the chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, would you like to debunk
Any
it?
sane any sane person would say, yeah, eat the fucking chicken.
Yeah, I would eat it too, but it would still be immoral.
No, it's not immoral.
It's just about what it's
How is
right
it?
or wrong.
It's right because you're trying to survive as a human being. You not
Yeah, it's
understand that?
it's it's it helps your survival, yes, but it's still wrong to kill
Right.
the chicken because it doesn't
Oh, how?
explain how, in which moment it loses its right to life. What has it done to lose its right to life?
I'm more interested in like when I ask you if people say they'd rather not eat the chicken and die from starvation, and you said that's perfectly fine and you're fine with it. Why would you say that?
Again, that what? That they're fine with what?
Starving till their death.
Um, it would be moral, it would just be moral to starve to death in that case, because uh, you're
I
you're in
don't
some
know what to
kind of
say anymore.
position where you don't have food.
No, the chickens are roaming, dumbass.
Yeah, but you can't produce a reason why the chicken loses its right to life.
I don't know. The chickens are roaming, and they say that they're gonna starve to death, and you're saying that that's okay. You think that is like, you think that's okay? That's
It's
perfectly fine. Like people should just like
yeah, it would be
like
perfectly fine if the person starved to death,
huh?
but
You don't see nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
no, not on a moral level.
What is the other level then?
Yeah, well, for the survival, it would be wrong. For the survival need, the human would have to need to eat the chicken.
What if the survival is part of their moral compass, foundation? They need to survive. They don't want to die. But since you're like, hey, look, chickens, they have the right to life too. And they're like, oh shit, you're right. And then they're like in a, they're in like in conflict with their position. They say, well, I guess like I really don't want to die, but in order to appease Jacob here, might as well just die because like the chicken also don't want to die too. So you think that's okay?
It's a yeah, it's a difficult situation. I agree.
So
It's
my
also an extreme
that's it. So
situation.
so that,
Like, uh,
okay,
it's not.
well, shut up for a
I
second, right? Right.
I guess it's
Shut
not
up, right?
your
So,
justification for eating animals.
all right, listen here, Jacob. What are your thoughts on suiciding?
I don't know. What are my thoughts on suiciding?
Yeah, you as a vegan, what are your thoughts on people killing themselves, suicide?
What, you want to know if it's moral or not?
Sure. What's your
What if
take on
it's?
that topic as a vegan?
I don't know. I haven't thought about suicide. It's not really uh,
Really?
a
You just
tangent I go
just
on.
you just told me that like you're perfectly fine with people starving to death.
No, I just said it's
No, no, you
yeah.
said
If they
yeah, you
don't
say
have
okay. I know
any
you're
source of
recording.
food,
I
what
know
else will
you're
they do?
recording. Huh?
Yeah.
What's that? What did you say, Jacob?
If in the scenario we had humans that have no food source
No,
except
no,
for
there is
chicken.
food source. It's chicken is the food source. Okay.
Yes. Chicken is okay. Let's say chicken is the only food source. In order to survive, you would have to eat the chicken. Yes, I agree. But my only
It's
problem is
also
you would take away the right to life of the chicken. That's all I'm saying.
the people that want to honor that moral foundation about the chicken having the right to life, right? And they went ahead and starved themselves to death. Thus, like they suicide through starvation. What are your thoughts on that?
So do you say starving is suicide?
Well, yeah, I mean, like you're gonna die from the body consuming itself. You know that
Yeah, but
you
that's
can not
that's
make
the
it
problem.
happen.
You're saying starving, like being in a situation you can't control, is suicide.
Yes, that's what suicide is, where you can
Suicide
control it.
is usually active decision to suicide.
Wait, wait, you think suicide is not a choice?
It is a choice, but starving isn't a
Right.
choice.
No, no, no. My God, you really are retarded. You got the chicken there, dumbass.
Yeah, but for
You
a
can eat the
vegan, the
chicken.
chicken is not
Listen, no,
food.
listen, dumbass. Listen. You got the food source there. But you choose, okay? Choice. Choose not to eat the chicken, thus starving to death. That is suicide by starvation.
Yeah,
Do
because
you understand now?
for vegans, chicken is not a food source. So it would be just starvation.
Oh
It would
my
be suicide.
God. Oh, chickens are not a food source?
For vegans, obviously not.
No, no. Oh my. It is a
Uh,
food source. Are you trying to say, okay, it's a food source, but vegans just not willing to eat it? Is that what you meant to say?
You're not agreeing with it?
I
So,
just don't think you understand what you're saying.
uh, you know that vegans don't eat animals, right?
You know chickens are food sources, right?
Depends how you view them. Is a human
What are
for
they?
you a
Are they
food
are they
source?
are they like a toy? Are they like what? What are they?
Is human a food source?
To some animals, yeah. Polar bears,
And to
lions,
you?
they see us as food sources. So
If there's only
yeah, I mean
is there's
that's
only humans in this in yours in the on the desert island, there's two humans.
oh yeah, absolutely. Cannibalism is certainly a thing. So yeah, humans can be a food source for people who are stranded in a desert. Do it all the
Okay,
time. It happens all the time in history.
if it was yeah, but that's not really interesting, you know, that like that
What's your point?
extremes uh
No, no, no.
extremes example.
You're the one that's accusing me of extreme, but you took me to extreme about my health with only human meat being the only option. Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
because I
Don't
want
play
to test your
stupid.
logical position.
Oh, so you can take it to extreme, but I can't?
No,
Come
just a
on, dude.
hypothetical.
Okay, mine's a hypothetical too, stuck in a stranded desert. What's the problem?
And what are you testing with that?
I'm testing if there's no other option except for meat, and I want to live, right? I don't want to die. And at the same time I adopt your philosophy, it would be a conflict position. That's what I'm testing.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you on the? Did you comment on my videos?
Yes.
Which one are
But
you?
now that we're here and you said some really absurd things, I just want to know what your thoughts on people suiciding though. Like as a vegan, what are your thoughts on that? People
No, I haven't
suicide,
thought
you're
about
just
it.
like, yeah, yeah. I think like when people just suicide, get it, like they just go to the forest, hang themselves on the neck. Like, yeah, I mean that's their choice, you know. Do that if they want to, you know. Your position?
I haven't thought about it. I don't have a position on suicide yet.
Suicide by starvation. So people die from like um intentionally starving themselves to death. And they had the chance to eat food, so they don't starve to death. You said before that you're fine with that.
Mm, I guess if it's their own choice.
Right, so when people suicide and it's their choice, you're okay with it, right?
Like my intuition would say yes. I haven't thought about it, so I'm just going by intuition now.
I think we got a lot out of that, but I think the bigger.
I mean,
I want to
if
ask
you
you
can
something.
debunk my position, I would be glad to adopt another position, a
I
different,
mean,
like the contrary.
yeah, sure. I mean, like I want to get into like crop deaths. How do you justify animals die for your food? You told you like you obviously believe wild animals have the right to life too, right? Believe that too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we can't just like harm them, right? So the animals that in the crop field that dies for your food, how do you justify causing harm or contributing harm to those animals for your food?
Well, is that your justification for eating animals? That we harm animals in the crop fields?
I don't understand.
Like you're saying,
What?
because vegans harm crop animals, it's okay to farm animals in the in the factories.
No, what I'm doing is calling a internal critique, trying to find whether or not your position is consistent, right? So the animals in the wild, sentient animals, have right to life, right?
Yeah,
So
but
they're
you,
granted that. Hold up, hold
yeah,
up. And now you, as a human being, right? You're harvesting crops, or you're paying big conglomerates to, have big agricultural, industrial scale production. Kills a lot of sentient beings in the wild, right? Pesticide, herbicides, all chemicals, right? And then
yes.
the physical stuff, right? Like the combine harvesters. Lots of animal dies, right? So how do you justify that as a vegan?
Well, do you have a problem with that?
My problem is that like I'm trying to see
If
you
we
as a vegan, how
both
do you
don't have
justify
a problem with that, then where's the problem? You see?
what?
Do you have a problem with
Okay,
that?
okay. Oh my God. How old are you?
Do you have a problem with eating plants? You
How
want me
old
to
are you?
justify eating plants?
How old are you?
I'm very old. I'm a wise man.
Sure about that?
A
You married?
white beard and white hair. You haven't watched my videos or what?
Well, I mean, I need to make sure I'm talking to somebody who's like sane, because you're acting very childish. Like the things you're saying is like don't make any sense.
Okay, and you're making more sense by being a meat eater and having the position that it's okay to
Look,
farm humans for health
look,
reasons.
trying to find consistency in your position, right? So you justify the animals that die in the crop field as a vegan? How do you justify that?
Yeah, but do you have a problem with it?
If I was a vegan, yeah,
Why?
because I would want to be consistent in applying my moral ethical standards to all sentient beings. I don't want
You
to
you
cause unnecessary harm.
yeah, but that's not veganism.
What is veganism?
That yeah, unnecessary harm. You're saying unnecessary harm. That's the point.
So I'm right about veganism?
Yeah, maybe I misheard. So you're saying unnecessary harm
So
to
I was wrong about veganism just to prove that I'm right about veganism. Okay. So right. So yeah. So again, right.
so
If
again,
I'm a vegan,
what's veganism?
I
Is
would have
it
a problem, right?
what's veganism is avoiding as much as possible unnecessary harm? as much as
Tell me, you're
possible.
a vegan.
Yeah, yeah.
Write it. Can you wait? Can you write it down for me? You're the vegan, right? Write it down for me so we don't get confused here. What is veganism?
Write it down for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
Avoid unnecessary harm
very.
as far as possible.
Not sure that's the vegan society.
I'm gonna look it up.
No, just use what you.
Yeah, and I know this argument. You know that doesn't hold up, right?
Just use definition, please.
You know that.
Just write it down, please. Write it
Okay,
down.
but you know that it's,
I don't care about that. Just write yours
it
down,
doesn't take you
and then we'll
anywhere.
just go off on that.
Okay, here we have it. You see it?
That's the biggest society definition.
It's okay. Yeah, we can use it.
Oh my god. Okay, so just to make sure this is it, right? You're not gonna change this definition once I corner you later on, right? This is the hill you're gonna die.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, great. Uh, so yeah, you're causing cruelty to the actual animals in the crop field. How do you actually justify harm that you're causing to these sentient beings?
Because it's necessary.
How is it necessary?
Yes. Why?
How? Why is it
To,
necessary?
to
How is it
to
necessary?
it's necessary in order to eat food. Farm crops.
Why do you need to eat?
It's like an accident.
Why do you need to eat food?
You see where you're going? It's the suicide reductio. Is
Just
like
answer the question. Why do you need to eat
I'm
food?
answering it because I don't
It should
want
be
to.
easy.
I don't want to starve. You know?
Why don't you want to starve?
Huh?
You're prolonging this. Just why don't you want to starve?
In order to live.
Great. Why do you want to live?
In order not to die. I don't know, man.
Why don't you want to die?
Mm. I don't know. Why don't you want to die?
Okay, so if I don't want to die, that's justification to cause harm to sentient beings.
That's the
Yeah,
justification to farm crops.
but it causes suffering.
It does, yeah. Veganism never said that we don't want to cause that we want to eliminate all suffering. Human existence is suffering, is causing suffering. The
So you don't
floor
want to you,
beneath your feet, walking on
you
the
don't
floor
want to
beneath your feet
eliminate
is
all
causing
suffering
suffering.
as a vegan.
Hmm?
You don't want to eliminate all suffering as a vegan.
No.
So like rape once a year is fine, right?
Sorry?
So raping once a year is fine.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, then you do want to eliminate suffering.
No, I don't want to eliminate. I can't eliminate all suffering. I can't
If
eliminate
you if you
unnecessary
could, if
suffering.
you could, if you could, you do want that, right? as a vegan?
Yeah, that's why it says as far as possible and practicable.
Right. So it's okay. So it's wrong to rape once a year, right? You can get if you could eliminate rape entirely, you would do it as a vegan because that's the most reduced position possible, right?
Are you asking me if rape is unnecessary?
Oh, what?
You
Wait.
you
Oh,
do
of
know that
course.
it's
I forgot about it. Oh my God. Right when you say like, well, I mean, like, I want to farm crops. Um, it's justification to farm crops. Question that just begs the question, like, why do you want to farm crops?
what do you wanna what?
Let's
What do
let's
you
do it
wanna
over again. Like, let's
farm
do it all over
crops?
again.
I don't know how farmers farm crops.
So
Whatever they have to do to farm crops.
let's do it over again, right? How do you justify the animals that die in the field as a vegan?
I did it.
How do you justify it? Are they
What it
dying, causing cruelty to the animals? But you want to call out the people who eat wrong? There seems to be a conflict. There's a inconsistency here.
yeah, what's inconsistent? Please elaborate.
I mean, like you want to apply rights to animal, and they have that right to life, but somehow only a group of animals have that right. The other animals, they don't have that right. Animals that die for your crops. You don't
Oh
seem to
yeah.
care about that.
Are we forcibly impregnating, farming, raising all those crop tests? Are we doing all
I don't
those
understand.
things to them?
I don't understand. So causing harm is okay as long as you're not intending it?
Mm, yeah, sounds like an accident to me. If it's
And that
unintentional.
accident happens. Well, how's it an accident when you know it does occur?
Yeah, but you said it's unintentional.
It's unintentional, then okay,
Yeah,
it
what?
may be unintentional the first time, and then once you understand that it occurs, it no longer becomes unintentional. That's my point.
Oh, would you want to ban all cars because they run over pedestrians?
Dude, just answer the question. You
Yeah,
know that
it's
the actual protests are happening.
yeah, you know that accidents on the road are happening.
Okay, so now we're just going to like something different pertaining to like what my worldview is on driving cars. Okay, so completely different
Yeah, so
from the vegan world.
those are accidents too. How do you
Those are
justify
different.
riding a car?
As a vegan, is it justified in riding car knowing that these actual situations occur?
Yes, because the utility is bigger than the disutility.
What is okay, so
That's why
what is the
smoking
utility?
should be
What is the
banned.
utility of what is the utility of causing harm to these animals in the crop field?
Getting food.
Why do you need food?
That's a suicide reductio. You're just going to in order to avoid all harm, you would have to suicide.
I rest my case.
Okay, thanks for your debate then.